Hi, hello everyone. Good morning to you. I've decided to start a new channel about my fitness journey. This is the very first video to introduce myself. My name's Mimi, and I also have a fashion and beauty channel called Styled by Mimi. Well, today I've decided that it's going to be the beginning of my fitness journey. Um, since I got sick with cancer, I've put on quite a bit of weight. Uh, Actually, I think I've put on about 10 pounds, maybe a little more than that. Um, Almost 10 pounds. I was 107 pounds and now I'm 115 pounds. I know what you're thinking. I'm not fat, but as you can see, I've got quite a belly on me for being so thin, and my exercise clothes are quite tight. But more concerning than that is that despite the fact that I'm not very big, when I calculate my body fat percentage, I am at 30%. So I'm one of those people that has a higher body fat percentage at a lower weight, and that's not healthy. But that amount of body fat is actually in the obese category. And I'm 47 and I'm thin and I have a propensity to be diabetic. So that's something I don't want. I also want to get my weight back to about 110 pounds. So I want to lose 5 pounds and up my muscle mass and lower my body fat. So those are my goals. So right now my bust is what it always is, 32, 33. My waist is 28 inches, which is big. I mean, when I got married at 27, I had a 22-inch waist. So, yeah, but I've also had two kids and I realized I'm not going to be that small ever again. And my hips are about what they normally are at 37, 38 inches. Usually about 36, 35, 36. So 37, 38 inches. So about 2 inches on the hips. Mostly I filled in here around the waist and in the thigh. I think my thighs measure 22 inches around, which is heavy. Like I really, from the waist down and the upper arm is where I've put on my weight. So as you can see, this is what I'm working with. So in my hand I have my tablet and I'm going to be using a hip workout. I've already warmed up and this app that I'm using generates HIIT workouts randomly. So if my version, because my fitness level is basically at 0, I'm going to be modifying this for my fitness level and taking it at my pace. I'm not going to be doing it the fast way, the way this app says to do. Realize that you can always modify things to your level. So that's what I'm going to do. I am going to be not doing the jumps for one, and this particular one only has plank twists in it, which is okay. I don't want to grow my waist, I want to shrink it. So let's get started. So I'm done. I was only able to do one round of that and very poorly, but at least I did it. And that's all I want to show you with this. Now that that's done, I want to do my diastasis recti exercises, start with breathing exercise. Okay, like I said before, I was a ballet dancer. So what you want to do to hold in this area right here is you want to exhale, inhale, and let me show you from the side. Exhale, inhale. But as you inhale, you're going to pull in starting from the lower abdomen here and pull it up under the rib cage. So you're going to exhale, inhale, and like knit it together. Let me hold my hands up so you can see. Exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale. Now, you want to keep it drawn in that position. So it will release, but draw it in. So draw it in and up. So that's what you want, the way you want to hold your abdomen throughout these entire exercises, because that's the action that pulls everything together, and that's what we want to do. Now, me doing just these exercises every day as a rehab will shrink my waist, because part of the reason why my waist is so big is because I've got nothing holding this sphere right here. So hold it in. Even walk around practicing that is good exercise for diastasis recti. So let's start with pelvic tilts. So now you're down on your hands and knees, and what you want to do is you want to if you did those right, you should feel a crunch right through here. And I did 12 and I'm feeling a burn. So that is really good. And now we're going to do kneeling leg and arm extensions with knee taps. So let me get this over to my knees. I really need to get myself a mat. Okay, so you're going to do, it's basically a dead bug with a knee tap. So you want to go arm and leg out. Okay, so with that exercise, it's basically a level up from the first one. You're still doing that pelvic tilt crunch in there. You just made it a little harder with an extension and a knee tap. So the last one I'm going to do is toe taps and lying on back. So I'm going to get on your back, lie down, and release. You don't want an arch back here. You want to release into the floor with your arch, knees apart. So you want to pull your core in the way we were practicing. Press the lower back into the floor. Now bring the legs up. Keep that stance. Flex your feet, and we're going to tap the floor 12 times with our heel. Now let's move on to some stretching. I am super stiff. Ever since going through chemo. So naturally I'm hypermobile, but ever since going through chemo, I'm just super, super stiff. So I think what I'm going to do is I have very tight knees, very tight hamstrings, very tight hips. I think I'm going to start with some flossing. So let's do that. And for this, you're going to want to be on your back. And let's straighten the left leg and bring the right leg in and just kind of rock side to side in the hip joint. And now I'm going to show you how stiff I am. That's all I can do. All right, that's all I can do right now. This is warm. And now let's do the flossing. Now for this, you want to put both your hands behind your thigh and press against your hands. So just put some gentle weight against your hands. That's part of the floss. So you're going to start down here, bring your toe up as high as you can, flex and point. Roll through the foot. Flex and point. 2. Flex and point. 3. Flex and point. 4. Flex and point. 5. Flex and point. 6. Flex and point. 7. Flex and point. 8. Now bring your leg down. Relax into the hip joint. Kind of rock it side to side or roll it around just very gently. And let that all relax. You can roll your foot, let it relax. And then let's do the other side. Bring it in. Get it up. And now we're ready to do some stretches on the floor. All right, so now we're going to work on, I'm going to work on my legs. So I'm going to put my legs out in front of me. I'm going to use a towel under my knees for some give and just relax. And for me, this is all I can do. So everybody's in a different place with their flexibility. This is all I can do. And you're going to sit up high on your sit bone, find your sit bone, sit up high, just relax, keep your toes pointed to the ceiling, and walk forward with a flat back, and hold.
And that's it.